With the celebrations for the new year, organizations and people on their sobriety journey want to remind you, do not drink and drive. Ana Valdez brings us the latest on how everyone can have a safe new year.
End of year celebrations oftentimes involve alcohol, and that can create a dangerous situation for drivers on the road.
Impaired driving crashes go up about 86% in between Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve.
The DUI Victim Center of Kansas says the message is simple: do not drive under the influence. Instead, make a plan for getting home.
So there's Uber, there's Lyft. Devon James is running a free ride service tonight. There's several options that you can take.
Some places already have celebrations that do not involve alcohol. The powwow for sobriety is one of them.
We dance and we celebrate, and what we're celebrating tonight especially is sobriety.
They celebrate every New Year's Eve as an alternative to help people stay safe and congratulate them on their sobriety journey. A local organization, Prairie Rose Community Outreach, was also giving out sobriety buttons.
We have some that are requesting custom buttons because they have like 20, 30, 35 years. But we've probably gotten rid of probably about 20 to 30 buttons already.
They say spaces like the sobriety powwow motivate people on their recovery journeys.
I think it's always good to be able to represent how long we have sobriety because it shows people it's possible.
And attendees agree. I spoke with one of them who is celebrating 1 year of sobriety.
It is support, and I think that's why I'm emotional. Just having everybody come together.
In Wichita, I'm Ana Valdez, 12 News.